Suvatsatam. Hare Krishna devotees. So today we are reading Canto 2, Chapter 7 and text number 14, which is about the scheduled incarnations. So we are reading so many incarnations. Each slok is one incarnation. So we are reading from text number 1. So now text number 14 today, and 14th text is the incarnation of Sri Lord Nitya Narsimhadeva. So, okay, so I will read the slok 3 times, and then you please repeat it in the temple also, and on Zoom also. Traipishtapurubhayahasra nrishingarupam Pratva Brahmat Brakutidramsta Karalavakram Devendram Asugadayabhipantam Arad Uro Nipatya Vidara Dharanakhe Spurantam Traipishta Purubhayahasan Nrsimharupam Kritva Brahmat Brakuti Dramsta Karalavakram Devendram Patantam Arad Uro Nipatya Vidadara Nakhe Spurantam Traipishta Purubhayahasa Nrsimharupam Kritva Brahmad Brakutim Drashta Karalavakram Devendram Ashugadayabhipatantam Arad Uro Nipatya Vidara Dharanakhe Spurantam Please recite the verse, very purifying. Purubhayahasan Nrsimharupam Kritva Brahmad Karalavakram Devendramashugadayabipatantam Arad Puro Nipatya Vidadara Nakhe Spurantam
Traipushpistapurubhayahasa Nrsimharupam
Traipishta Nrsimharupam Kratva Brahmadrakutidrashtam Karalavakram
Daitendram Asubhadayabhipatantam Arad
Daitendrim Ashugadayabhipatantam Arad
Patya Vidadara Nakespurantam
Uro Nipatya Vidadara Nakhe Spurantam त्रैपेष्टपूर्भयहास नृसिंहरूपम्
Daityendram Ashu Gadaya Patantamara
Taitrandram Ashu Gadaya Vipatantam Arad
Puro Nipatya Vidadara Nikai Spurantam
Puro Nipatya Vidadara Nakhespurantam Kritva Brahmad Brakotindra Karalavatram Arad Duro Nipatya Vidadara Nakhespurantam Traipishta Yaha Fingarupam Kratva Brahmad Brakoti Drishtam Karalavatram Okay, so you want to repeat? There, no.
Any devotees online would like to chant?
त्रैपिष्टपूर्वयहास नरसिंहरूपम् कृत्वा भ्रमद्भ्रुकुटिदंष्ट्रकरालवक्त्रम् दैतेन्द्रमासु गदया विपतन्तमारात् पुरौ निपात्य विदधारा नखैस्फुरन्तम्
Anyone else?
Hare Krishna. दैत्यापिष्टपूर्वभया आसा नरसिंहरूपम् कृत्वा प्रमदभ्रुकुटिदंष्ट्रकरालवक्त्रम् दैतेन्द्रियम् आसु गदायाभिपतन्तम् आराध उराव निपत्या विददार नखाय स्फुरन्तम्
त्रैपिष्टपूर्वयहास नृसिंहरूपम् कृत्वा भ्रमद्भ्रकटिदंष्ट्रकरालवक्त्रम् दैत्येन्द्रमासु गदया विपतन्तमारात् ऊरौ निपत्य विदधार नखै स्फुरन्तम्
Uro nipatya vidadara nate surandam.
हरे कृष्ण
So we will speak word translation. Trapist, the demigods.
The demigod.
Uru Bhayaha,
Uru Bayaha.
one who vanquishes great fear.
One who vanquishes great fears.
Saha,
Sa.
he,
He.
the personality of Godhead.
Personality of God.
Narsimha Rupam,
Shrimha Rupam.
assuming the incarnation Narsimha.
Assuming the incarnation of Shrimha.
Kratva,
Kritva.
doing so.
Doing so.
Brahmat,
Brahma.
by rolling.
By road.
Bhrakuti,
Prahuti.
eyebrows.
Ira.
Drumstra,
Damstra.
teeth. Karala,
Ra.
greatly fearful.
Greatly fearful.
Vaktram,
Vakram.
mouth. Daitya Indram,
Daitya Indram.
the king of demons.
King of demons.
Asu,
Asu.
immediately.
Immediately.
Gadaya,
Gadaya.
with a club in hand.
Love.
Abhipatantam,
Abhipana.
while falling down.
Down.
Arat,
Ara.
nearby. Uro,
Ura.
on the thighs. Nitatya,
Nipatya.
placing on.
Placing on.
Nidadara, vidadara,
Vidadara.
pierced.
Pierced.
Nakhe,
Okay.
by the nails. Isfurantam, while challenging. So we will read translation and the purport by Srila Prabhupada. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. The personality of Godhead assumed the incarnation of Nrsimhadev in order to vanquish the great fears of demigods. He killed the king of demons, Hiranyakashipu, who challenged the Lord with a club in his hand by placing the demon on his thighs and piercing him with his nails, rolling his eyebrows in anger and showing his fearful teeth and mouth. Purport. The history of Hiranyakashipu and his great devotee son Prahlad Maharaj is narrated in the 7th canto of Srimad Bhagavatam. Hiranyakashipu became very powerful by material advancement and thought himself to be immortal by the grace of Brahmaji. Brahmaji declined to award him the benediction of immortality because he himself is not an immortal being. But Hiranyakashipu derived Brahmaji's benediction in a roundabout way, almost equal to becoming an immoral being. Hiranyakashipu was sure that he would not be killed by any maid or demigod, or by any kind of known weapon, nor would he die in day or night. The Lord, however, assumed the incarnation of half man and half lion, which was beyond the imagination of materialistic demon like Hiranyakashipu. And thus, keeping pace with the benediction of Brahmaji, the Lord killed him. He killed him on his leg, so that he was killed neither on the land, nor on the water, nor in the sky. The demon was pierced by Nrsimha's nail, which were beyond the human weapons imaginable by Hiranyakashipu. The literal meaning of Hiranyakashipu is one who is after the gold and soft bedding, the ultimate aim of all materialistic men. Such demoniac men who have no relationship with God gradually become puffed up by material acquisitions and begin to challenge the authority of the Supreme Lord and torture those who are devotees of the Lord. Prahlad Maharaj happened to be the son of the Hiranyakashipu, and because the boy was a great devotee, his father tortured him to the best of his ability. In this extreme situation, the Lord assumed the incarnation of Nrsimhadev, and just to finish the enemy of the demigods. The Lord killed Hiranyakashipu in a manner beyond the demons' imagination. Materialistic plans of the godless demons are always frustrated by the all-powerful Lord. ओम अज्ञानतिमिरान्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरुवे नमः। नमो विष्णुपादाय कृष्णपृष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदान्तस्वामिनिति नामिने। नमस्ते सारस्वती देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्य देशतारिणे. So we are reading. Thank you very much for giving this opportunity to purify my soul. And also I want to seek the blessings of all the Vaishnavas present here and on the online. So we are reading different schedule incarnations. So different incarnations are going on. In Shloka we read so many so far, and we will keep reading because the incarnations of the Lord are many. And sometimes he takes incarnation which stays in this material world for many years. Sometimes he takes the incarnation which is very short time, only for a few hours, and he goes back to. So in some incarnation are only for one time, and some incarnation comes every millennium. So that so Nrsimhadeva's description in Srimad Bhagavatam is all over. In first canto, is Nrsimhadeva is described. In second canto, also is described. In the fifth canto, there are prayers of Nrsimhadeva, and most of the Nrsimhadeva's description is given in the seventh canto. Seventh canto is whole Nrsimhadeva descriptions. Actually, it starts from chapter number 2 to chapter number 10. Whole thing is Prahlad Maharaj and Nrsimhadev and Hiranyakashipu and all teachers and all the teaching of Prahlad Maharaj to his schoolmate children, so all these things are given there. And in Chaitanya Charitamrita also, we can see that Chaitanya Mahaprabhu actually also described these things, so many times. And he heard these pastimes of Nrsimhadev many times, again and again. So we have heard this Nrsimha, that how he was killed and how his son was a devotee, but repeating again and again, it's very beneficial, because that's what the devotee should do actually. Devotee should actually repeat the Lord's Leelas. All whenever he comes, that should be devotee's business actually. That whatever Leelas he performed, we should remember, we should tell each other. So that's really very good for devotees. So in Bhagavad Gita, in the Chaturshloki Bhagavatam, 10:9, Shlok is there. Machchitta madgata prana bodhayanta parasparam kathayantash mam nityam tushyanti cha ramanti cha. So here Lord Krishna is telling that his devotees actually who are pure, they dwell, their mind actually, their thoughts all the time dwell in me, because it doesn't wander towards some materialistic things, and their life is fully devoted to me and in my service. And the devotees, should derive great satisfaction of discussing the Leelas to each other and meditating on them. So they should be fully satisfied discussing, and they should be blissful also. Tushyanticha ramanticha. So that should be the aim of the devotees, that repeat the shlokas, all the discussions about the different Leelas, because Krishna Leelas, of course, are very nectarian, but there are so many other Leelas, Lord took incarnation as Lord Ramchandra and Nrsimhadev, Vara Avatar. There's so many Matsya avatars, Kashyap avatar, so many avatars Lord took. Some are very short time, some are for long time. So actually we can see that how these Leelas happen, because we can see the churning of the ocean, Samudra Manthan, where Lord took the incarnation as a tortoise. And so Krishna sometime, like in the Samudra Manthan Leela, Krishna had some itching in the back. So he wanted to itch his back, but Krishna can be so big, like he took the incarnation as a tortoise, which was 80 miles long. You can imagine how big was his back. And nobody can just scratch Krishna's back, it's very hard, Krishna's. So he took the form of tortoise, and Mandarachal mountain was kept on his back, and it was rubbing when the demons and the demigods were churning with the Vasuki Nag, and at that time, then he was feeling good, So we can imagine, how Krishna actually performs Leela. And then the rod was moving this way. So then he took the incarnation of Hari, and he was holding it from the top. And later on, when the Amrit nectar came, then he took the incarnation of Mohini, and then he distributed to all the demigods, and she left the demons, not giving their nectar. So how Krishna works, we can imagine, how. So one time Krishna was thinking, that I should fight. Sometimes Krishna takes different rasas. So he wanted Veera ras. So, but who can fight with the Lord? Nobody can fight with the Lord, because who has that much strength? Lord has so much strength. So he thought that who can fight with me? So immediately his internal potency started working, Just Krishna need not to say, do this, The internal potency understands his mind. And like we see in Chaitanya Charitamrita, like Rupa Goswami knows the heart of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So similarly, Krishna's potencies, all the energies, they know what Krishna wants. So immediately they started working. So they thought that let us make Jai Vijay, who are the bodyguards of the Lord, Dwarpal. So they are very strong people, so they can fight. So the energies, they worked on the mind of Jai Vijay, so they became angry. Normally, they don't become angry. They don't say no to some sadhu person, like 4 Kumaras. And 4 Kumaras also got angry on the Jai Vijay. So this thing happened. So energy work like that, It's all Krishna's plan, It's not, it happens like that, So how 4 Kumaras, they were so merciful, how they can give the curse to the Jai Vijay. It's not possible actually, because Krishna wanted. And that's why those Jai Vijay got into the demon. They came to this material world and they became the demons for 3 times. Actually 4 times, 4th time it was hidden form. So Hiranyaksha and Hiranyakashipu, Ravan and Kumbhakaran, and Shishupal and Dantavakra, and then they came as Jagai Magai. So in Bhagavatam, if we read very carefully, we will see that Shishupal, when he was giving different bad names to Krishna, at that time Krishna counted if one more than 100, then he killed him. After killing, everybody saw that his soul went to Krishna. So at that time, actually, because he was so like bad guy, so people in the beginning of the Bhagavatam, it's written he got the Sahyajya Mukti, but later on it's written in the 10th canto, that he went to Lord Krishna Golok Vrindavan actually. So what is true? So actually, truth is that both are true, because in the beginning he got Sahyajya Mukti, but later on, when he came again as Jagai Magai, then he took the shelter of Gaur Nitai, and they are very merciful. And they sent him to the Golok Vrindavan. He got the Mukti, like in the same Loka, Salokya Mukti. They got the Salokya Mukti. So 7th chapter, if you read, like lot of description about the Lord Nrsimhadev. So Nrsimhadev form came actually for 2 purposes. One, because all the demigods were afraid, because when Hiranyakashipu will raise his eyebrows, they were all shaky. So everybody was serving him, they were touching his feet, except Brahma, Vishnu, and Mahesh, these 3. All the demigods, including their king, Indra, because Hiranyakashipu will sit on the Indra's chair, Indra's Simhasana, so that was the thing. So everybody was scared. And mostly the most reason is he came to protect his pure devotee, Prahlad Maharaj. So these are the main reasons. Nrsimha Avatar came, but this avatar came only one time. Only one time he comes, not yuge, it doesn't take like that. And it was very short time, only for a few hours. Narasimhadev came, killed him, and blessed Prahlad Maharaj, and pacified him, and he left, So it's very shortest incarnation, but he gives so much protection to all the devotees, and takes away fear from all the devotees and all the demigods, everything. So Hiranyakashipu, he killed completely with his nails. His nails were so sharp, it was like diamond kind of thing. So he killed there, and although he was blessed by Brahmaji, he did tapasya, very hard tapasya. How many? Anybody knows how many years he did tapasya? No, 100 years. But which year I do not know from the material world or the demigod years, but long time he did tapasya, yes, long time he did. But at that time, people were living. It is from Satyuga, so Satyuga people were living 100,000 years. So out of 100. 100 years is nothing actually, it's like just change, So I do not know how many years he did, but pretty long time. And then he got the what do you say, Vardhan, blessings of Lord Brahma. He wanted to get the blessing of immortality, but Brahmaji said, I'm not immortal myself, so how I can give you? But then Hiranyakashipu went round about, and he asked, I will not die in land, here, there, in the sky, and not by human being or any animal or this or that, So he had not in the day, not in the night, not in the home, not outside homes, all these different things he asked. So he was thinking, I'm very sharp-minded, and I ask everything, nobody can kill me. So he became so proud of all those blessings, so nobody can touch him. But when Narasimhadev come, he used his technique, so he kept all Brahmaji's promises, and still he killed him. And he get all the demigods' fear was removed. So Prahlad Maharaj was devotee right from the birth, because he heard all the teachings of Narada Muni. He was staying when his mother was pregnant. She was staying with in the Narada Muni's ashram. So right in the womb, he was so lucky to hear everything in the womb, and he knew right from the beginning. So now one may wonder, Hiranyakashipu was a demon. His wife, her name was Kayadu. She was also not great devotee or anything. So she can have that great devotee. So how it is possible? I know he heard from Narad Muni in the womb, but when you sow the seed of neem, only neem tree can come, not a mango tree. So these things, so in Narad Puran, there is a story that how it happened, that Hiranyakashipu got the devotee's son. So when the demigods were thinking that now the son is coming, of the Hiranyakashipu, so he may be a dead son, and he will terrorize the whole earth, So they took the form, two demigods took the form of birds, the crows, and they came and were sitting on the top of the tree where he was underneath, where he was doing the tapasya. So at that place, then they started saying, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. So then he will get up, and then throw the stone, and they will fly away, and he sit down, start doing penances again, and though they will come again. So whole day this was going on. And he got so frustrated. Say, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram. So whole day he was listening, and he was saying, these birds, Hare Krishna. So he was also saying, copying that Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Ram, Ram, Ram. So this happened whole day. Then he said that this kind of penance is no good. I'm frustrated, let me go back to my kingdom. So he came back. And then he met his wife in the night time, and he was thinking. His wife was telling him, why you return back, you should complete your penances and these things. So he said that these birds, saying Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Ram, 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 Hare Hare. And while saying that, he was meeting his wife. So at that time, Prahlad Maharaj came in the womb of the wife. So because it was just like Garbhadan Sanskar, he was saying Hare Krishna, 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 Hare continuously, whole day and night. So that way he completed Garbhadan Sanskar, and that's why the devotee son came. So that's a reason written there. So they were thinking that embryo may be bad. What happened? The demigods, once they knew that, because many demigods didn't know that in the womb the devotee son, because they tried, but they don't know for sure. So then when Kayadu got pregnant and they heard, then they said it may be demon also, so let us kill right in the womb, So they came to kidnap and kill her, blow something, to in the womb, so he is killed right in the womb. That's why demigods wanted, because they were so afraid of the demons, Hiranyakashipu, they were afraid. So at that time, Narada Muni came and he told, no, he is a pure devotee. In the womb, there is a pure devotee of the Lord. So you don't harm him. And then he took Kayadu to his ashram, and there he got like comfortable, and she was doing service in the ashram and everything. So, and to his mother, Narad Muni was telling all the transcendental knowledge to his mother. His mother was not listening carefully, but Prahlad Maharaj, right in the womb, he was listening very, very carefully. So that's why when he was born, he was so fearless. He had so much full faith in Lord Vishnu or Krishna, completely surrendered soul. So later, when the child was 5-year-old, we know how he was teaching his schoolmate friends, and in the school of Sukracharya, So that's great thing he did, Prahlad Maharaj, that he made everybody devotees in the school. All children were following him, actually, not to Sant and Amar. So one time, his father actually teachers brought the Prahlad Maharaj in the ashram, and in the ashram, to the palace actually, and in the palace, Hiranyakashipu asked, my dear son, what you learned? And then he started saying, all those nice shlokas, and that what is the aim and everything of the life, and all those shlokas he was telling. So let me see if I have the copy of those shlokas. I do not remember them, but yes, I do have. So there are two shlokas at that time he told, which is 7, 5, 30, and 31. Matirne Krishne Parata Soto Va Mitho Vipadet Graha Vratanam Adanta Gobhir Vishitam Tamishram Puna Charvinahanam. So Prahlad Maharaj replied, because of their uncontrolled senses, persons too addicted to materialistic life make progress towards hellish conditions, and they repeatedly chewed which is already being chewed. Their inclination towards Krishna are never aroused, either by instructions of others, by their own effort, or by combination of both. So those kind of people, who are chewing the chewed, who just try to enjoy the same materialistic conditions again and again and again. For them, even you give instructions, by instruction, they will not understand. By their own effort, they will not. So in combination of both, they will not understand, because they have uncontrolled senses. So senses should be controlled properly, and then only one can make progress towards the bhakti. Otherwise, you try as much as you want. It's like putting ghee on the fire, burning fire. Nothing will happen. So one should try, if you want to go progress, not listen to the mind, because mind is so crooked. Crooked mind, it is said that we should get up in the morning and give 100 kicks to your mind, and don't listen to your crooked mind. If mind is good, your friend, and you start chanting and everything, then you need not to kick the mind. Otherwise, you never listen to the crooked mind. Just ignore it completely. If you listen one time, let me lie down more, 1 hour more, sleep, not let me get up for Mangal Arti or Guru or chanting or anything, So that mind, we should never listen to that kind of thing. So that way it will be good. In next sloka, he told his father, when he asked question, what you learn, he say, Nate vidur swartha gatim hi Vishnu, durashayaye bhahyarthamaninaha, andaya thande rupamaninas, tepi shatantya marudam nibadda. Persons who are strongly entrapped by the consciousness of enjoying material life and who have therefore accepted as their leader or guru a similar blind man attached to the external sense of objects cannot understand that the goal of life is to return home back to Godhead and engage in the service of Lord Vishnu. As blind men guided by another blind man miss the right path and fall into ditch, materially attach the man, led by another materially attached the man, are bound by the ropes of fruitive labor, which are made of very strong cords, and they continue again and again in the materialistic life, suffering the threefold miseries. So this is the condition of all materialistic people, that they, one blind man follow the other blind man, and they both get into the ditch, because materialistic man doesn't understand that I'm suffering in this material world, and they are bound by the tamagun, all the three ropes, and the ropes are very strong. Cords are very strong. They cannot break that easily. So the leaders should be good, guru should be good, and teach them properly, and then only they can get liberation. Otherwise, they will be like entrapped, life after life, because we have so many desires, and those desires actually, at the time of death, whatever desire we have, we get our body accordingly, and this is going on for time immemorial. Many millions of birds, actually, we are suffering in different yonis. Sometimes we are animals, sometimes we are a fish, sometimes we are crocodile. We don't know how many birds we have taken so far. So now Krishna given us this human birth, and at least we have taken shelter of Srila Prabhupada. So we should feel that we are very lucky, but we should be very serious about this life. And Prabhupada said, just give this life, only one life, this one life to me, and you will get liberation. You will go to Golok Vrindavan. He's giving guarantee. So now it's a problem with us only that our one leg is still on the material life and one leg in spiritual life. So we should actually try to purify our existence by chanting, associating with the devotees, and then we can actually make lot of progress towards in the spiritual life. So this Hiranyakashipu, why he was enemic to Lord Vishnu? Because he was thinking that Lord Vishnu killed his twin brother. They both were twin brothers, Hiranyaksha and Hiranyakashipu. So he killed his twin brother, which was the elder brother, 2 minutes elder than him. So Lord, actually, when he took the form of boar, so boar form, and had slain the Hiranyakashipu. Now, why he killed the Hiranyakashipu's brother Hiranyaksha? Because Hiranyaksha, what he was doing? He was digging too many mines to get the gold. So lot of areas he digged, of the land, and that's why the Mother Earth got in equilibrium, and that's why when equilibrium finishes, then Earth can go on the bottom of the Garbhodak ocean. So that's what happened. And when Earth planet went to the Garbhodak ocean, everybody was in the big misery, So that's why Lord Varadev came. He came out of his nostril of Brahmaji, and then he went in the Garbhodak ocean and brought the Earth planet back to its original place. And so we can see how Lord protects all human beings. Although we don't actually pray to the Lord or anything, so many materialistic people, 99.9% are materialistic people in this world, actually, they all want to enjoy, and they think that this enjoyment is the only reason they are here, that's what they think. maja karo. That's what is their slogan, that how long they can enjoy actually, And each time we enjoy, we suffer 10 times more. Yeah. I remember that one patient came, he on his honeymoon night, he was going on whole night with his wife, and then in the morning, he was so much in the pain, So whole month he was actually suffering. So what kind of enjoyment he got, So this is the thing, all the material enjoyment has the sticker like that, that it will follow the miseries. So these material enjoyment are not permanent. They are so flickering, and just for few minutes, few seconds, few hours, but they will go away and miseries will start right away. So we should know that thing, that miseries are inevitable if we want to enjoy. But if we are devotee and serving Krishna, then our happiness or enjoyment should be permanent, and many millions and millions of times more better happiness than what we get material, the happiness in this material world. So the Supreme Personality of God has given up the natural tendency of equilibrium. So Hiranyakashipu was thinking that this Lord Vishnu is giving more favor to the demigods. So that's why he brought them and brought the earth back, and he's giving all favors to the good people, and the materialistic people, they are suffering. So he said that I'm going to kill him. That's why Lord Vishnu. So that's what he decided in his heart, and he was thinking that Lord is in the Maya, and now he assumed the form. That's why most of the materialistic people think that assumed the form of the boar to please his devotees. That's what he came here, and he is giving the favor to his devotees. So actually, if you see, the Lord is never partial to anybody. Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita that aham sarvabhuteshu name dvesto isti na priya. So nobody is my enemy, nobody is dear to me. So Krishna keeps, but devotees are special for him because they pray for him. Like if the father, if his son all the time offering Danvat to him, or say Papa whole day, then of course it's natural for father to love that guy in more than the other kids, which even don't listen to him, and all the time going against his will. So that kind of son nobody likes, So and Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita also, so Krishna reciprocates that way, So it's not Krishna's fault. It's a natural. It's all surrendered unto me, I reward them accordingly. So Krishna rewards them accordingly. So he decided that I'm going to take revenge from Lord Vishnu. And so that's why he did so hard, impossible penances for so many years. And he prayed to the Brahmaji because he never thought that Lord Vishnu will be the protector of all the thing, and he's the biggest. He thought that many demons think, that Krishna was just like normal person. Now he became God, and later on he will not be God, like that. But Prabhupada said so many places that God is always God. Every second is God. It's not like sometimes he was God and sometimes he's not. And so Hiranyakashipu thought that now he became by austerity, Vishnu became by austerity God, so I can become God also. That's what after he did so much austerity, he thought that now I am the God now. So he foolishly concluded that Vishnu was favoring demigods. He must also be ordinary person, because ordinary person favors somebody, not favored. God doesn't do that. So he was thinking he's favoring God, so he's ordinary person. And that's why he had fight with him. But Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita, Maya dakshena prakriti, Maya dakshena prakriti, suyate sacharachara hetunana nikantaya jagat viparivartate. So he says material nature is under my control. So Krishna is really control whole material nature. It's not he has to do penances or anything, He's the Supreme Personality of Godhead. So Hiranyakashipu considered that he could achieve the immortality over all and vanquished Lord Vishnu with his own prowess. But Prahlad challenged his power. Prahlad Maharaj said that all the power comes from Lord Vishnu, because he asked, Hiranyakashipu asked, where you got your power? So he said that, where do you obtain your power to defy my supremacy? He said, I'm the supreme, Why? Everybody, all the demigods and everybody, all human beings, they are so scared of me. But you are not scared. How you are so fearless? That's what he was saying. So what he said, the source of my strength is Lord Vishnu, replied the fearless Prahlad. He is the source of everyone's, including yours. So when he heard that my power comes from Vishnu, my enemies, so he got so angry. And immediately he said, then now I'm going to kill you, So that point in him, he was very, very angry. It was the greatest insult for him, actually, biggest insult. He never got this kind of insult, that my power comes from Vishnu, how it is possible? I'm so great guy. So that's the mentality of the demons, actually. So he told Prahlad Maharaj, oh most unfortunate Prahlad, you have always described an all-pervading super controller. And so if he's everywhere, then why he is not present before me in this pillar? So he asked, so Prahlad Maharaj was looking at the pillar, He said, yes, he's in every atom. So he's in the pillar also. So at that time, he said, I want to see, Lord, he said. Then Hiranyakashipu came after his Singhasan and came down to near the pillar. And he punched pillar by his fist, And from the pillar, very roaring sound came. And those sounds were so strong, All the 14 planetary system, all the planets, all the universes heard. And even it was piercing the coverings. There are so many coverings, 7 layers of coverings. It was covering it was piercing those coverings, It was so loud sound. So then to prove the statement of Prahlad Maharaj, Narasimhadev came from that pillar. Because also, when Narasimhadev say he's in the pillar, also at that time, actually Narasimhadev showed his face to Prahlad Maharaj, and just to pacify him, that, okay, I'm in the pillar, so you don't worry, to make him more fearless. And he was already fearless, but to completely give him satisfaction, he showed him. But Hiranyakashipu could not see. And as soon as he broke the pillar, at that time, he immediately came out with roaring sound. And when Hiranyakashipu saw, he was wondering, what kind of creature is this? Half lion, half man. And so he was playing in the beginning, like the play of cat and mouse, So sometime, and later on, like cat's a child, in his mouth feels very good. So sometime he was doing this kind of lila. Mouse will sometime run away and feeling, the cat will go and pick again, in 1 second, like that, So he cannot go away from the cat, So that kind of thing. And later on, Narasimhadev saw that now it's a time, not day, not night, twilight time. At that time, he lifted him, put him on his lap, and actually pierced with his nails. His nails were so hard, like diamonds, So he can pierce. And all the Daityas, they started crying. And Hiranyakashipu say that my chest, is being opened by Narasimhadev now. And this is the same chest, actually, that broke the tusk of the elephant, Eravat. Indra's elephant, his tusk is so strong. Yeah, it broke that. So you can imagine how strong the chest wall may be, And also, he says that later on, he pull out his intestines, and put it as a garland, because he wanted to make all the demigods fearless, that he's completely gone, all the intestines are like his garland. So his nails were so strong, that it can rip off that strong kind of abdominal wall what he had. As another aspect of his divine play, the Lord suddenly surprised everyone. So in Narsingh Puran, this is actually given that his Hiranyakashipu body, you know, and all the blood and everything cleared up in 1 second. Nobody knew where it went actually from the floor. It is not given in Bhagavatam, but in Narsimha Purana it is there. So everybody was wondering where the Narsimha went. So many people were wondering, you know, he's just hiding somewhere. So actually it went in the nails of Narsimha Dev. So Narsimha Dev, to pacify everybody, he just shook his hand like that. And all the small pieces of his body, you know, came out on the floor from his nails actually. So Narsimha Dev assured everyone that he's completely gone, nothing to worry about. So Jayadev Goswami's prayer, you know, what we sing in the Narsimha prayers, Tava Kara Kamala Varena Kamadhuta Shinga Dalita Hiranya Kashipi Bhutana Bhinga Keshava Jita Narahari Rupa Jaya Jagadish Hare Jaya Jagadish Hare. O Keshav, O Lord of Universe, O Lord Hari, who have assumed the form of half lion and half man, all glories to you. Just as you can easily crush the wasp between your fingernails, so in the same way, the body of the wasp-like demon Hiranyakashipu has been ripped apart by the wonderful pointed nails on your beautiful lotus hands. So by the nails, he was crushed like a wasp is crushed. So Narsimha Dev actually destroyed Hiranyakashipu, but without violating any boon granted by Lord Brahma. But later on, Lord Vishnu told Brahmaji that next time be very careful when you give this kind of boons to the demons, you know, because how much he has to work, you know, Narsimha Dev has to work to keep his boons, you know. So he said he got the boon of inside or outside any residence. So Lord killed him in the doorway, so it was not inside, not outside. During day or night, so Lord King killed him at twilight time. And on the ground or sky, so Lord killed him on his lap. So it was not there by any human being or animal. So Narsimha Dev was not half man and half animal. So he was not man or animal, both. By any demigod, demon, or great snake, Lord is beyond all these categories, you know, he is not. By any weapon or any entity. So this is not, nails are not weapon actually. So that's way which are not considered weapons. So finally Hiranyakashipu was not to be killed by any living being created by Brahma. He actually took the boon that not created by Brahma, Vishnu, Mahesh, all three, which are living in the like guna avatars, you know, the three, there are guna avatars. So not killed by those guna avatars also. So, but Krishna is not guna avatar. He is beyond all these categories. So that's why he could kill without breaking any of the boons. So Hiranyakashipu actually wished to reverse the system of piety because he wanted all the demons in his kingdom. So pious people were actually punished. So he wanted to give the big post to the impious people and all the punishment to the devotees. So that was happening, you know. So actually, Lord came for the benefit of all the devotees, not just the Prahlad Maharaj, but all the devotees were so happy after the death of the Hiranyakashipu. So upon the death of Hiranyakashipu, all the devotees and all the inhabitants of the planet, they became so happy and they all expressed their thanks to Narsimha Dev. And Narsimha Dev was so angry, you know, and then he was pacified by Prahlad Maharaj because even Goddess Lakshmi was there. She could not pacify. Brahmaji was there. He could not pacify. They requested Prahlad Maharaj to go in front. And then Prahlad Maharaj said beautiful prayers to Lord Narsimha Dev. And Narsimha Dev was fully satisfied. And then he left this material planet to his Golok Vrindavan. And there is in the Vaikuntha Lok, you know, there is Narsimha planet separately. So it has all the Vara avatar, all the avatars, you know, they have their own space, places, all the cities there. And so we can imagine, you know, so it's wonderful that we are discussing these Leelas of the Lord, you know, in different incarnations. And it's very beneficial. And we learn a lot of things by discussing about this and meditating upon that. But the more we meditate on the Krishna and his Leelas, that's why Krishna says that you should meditate on my Leelas. While Leelas are of course beautiful, but these Leelas are also different. Incarnation Leelas are also very nice and nectarian, and we should relish them fully and listen again and again and again and discuss again and again with the different devotees. And it will be great for us. So if somebody has any question, comments, we can discuss. There's still little time left, but we can discuss things. And on the line also, somebody has any question, we can discuss those also.
So you said incarnation was only for one. So now in other yugas or other time in future, that this incarnation will not.
Yeah, that's what I read, I'm not sure, but Vishnu Purana, Narasimha Purana says like that is avatar only once, but if the Krishna Lord takes another incarnation, like another demon comes like that, like Hiranyakashipu, then again it may be possible. Anyone online? Question?
Hey, Krishna devotees on the Zoom, anybody have a comment or question? Going once?
I don't
going
see any.
Hare Krishna.
I don't see any hands up.
No, Hare Krishna, I just want to say.
Mother Suman.
I really liked your story from the beginning to the end. It was so interesting and inspiring, and we can meditate on Narasimhadev. And I really like the story how Prahlad was born as devotee. This Hare Krishna was very interesting. I never heard about that before. So really very nice class. Thank you very much. Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Mataji. Hare Krishna. Thank you. So we'll end here. Vancha kalpatarubhyasya kripa sindhu bevacha patitanam pavanebhyo vaishnavebhyo namo namah. Ananta koti vaishnavrinda ki jai. Narasimhadev ki jai. Srila Prabhupada ki jai.